I'm Robby.
And I'm Shae.
And this is Shae and Robby's Adventures. And in this adventure, we're off to Houston, Texas. But before we get to Houston, we're flying from Colorado Springs.
North to Denver.
Going to Denver.
To go back south, down to Texas.
Gotta love flights, right? But we need to have a pre-plane brewski.
Done. Check.
And
let me give a little PSA. Did you know that Southwest flies nonstop from Colorado Springs to Houston, but not between October and February?
the more you know.
So we had a layover.
But we are going to Houston to go see the Buffalo Bills play the Houston Texans on Thursday.
Not just play, but win.
Yeah, they better win, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're also going to check out NASA and go down to the coast. So come along for the ride. All right, we made it to Houston. We're getting our car.
We're ready. Let's go Buffalo.
Yeah.
Let's go check out our rental car.
No, we did not get a Corvette. Shae was lying to you.
Dang it.
What did we get? A Toyota Corolla. It's weird driving a car.
We don't own cars.
Yeah, but last night, by the time we got the rental, drove to the place we're staying and then got dinner. We were just like, no more recording. So today we are off to, where did we decide to go?
I hope I'm saying this right. San Jacinto.
Yeah.
San Jacinto.
Yeah,
Jacinto.
some historic monument.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go across town. It's like 40 minutes away. Go check it out, and we'll bring you along.
And guess what? Right? Flip the camera around. Right over there. There's the stadium. That's where we're gonna be tomorrow. Look how close we are.
Walking distance. We made it across town, and we are here. You can see the monument in the background. This thing is huge. What did you learn about it, Shae?
This is taller than the Washington Monument.
Yeah, so
Almost 600 feet.
dang,
Not
that's
quite.
big.
Not
But
quite.
we also learned on the way here through the Googles that this is where the revolution started.
Yep. There was a battle right here, and General Sam Houston beat Santa Anna, and this is where Texas won its independence. Time to go in the elevator. We're going up to the 5th floor. Let me hit the button while you're.
Whoop.
Oh, there we go.
The 5th floor.
5th floor.
But so far we watched a movie. It's like 35 minutes long. It's excellent. Does a really good job of explaining the history of this place.
Very, very good detail. Narrated by Charlton Heston. So very well done.
Yeah. And then the amount of artifacts that are in this place too is crazy. So if you
A
ever
belt worn by Santa Anna.
Yeah. So the
That was
Mexican, we'll get more maybe at the end of this video, but yeah, the president of Mexico at the time, his belt and some silver that they confiscated, made a fork and
Yeah, they took his silver saddle and made all these things like napkin holders and a fork and all sorts of things out of it. It's kind of crazy.
yeah. I think we're almost to the top.
We
That was
are?
perfect timing. Look
All
at that.
right, look at that.
We gotta,
And here we go.
we're gonna get out of here. Well, we just came from up there. How high were we, Shae?
So the monument itself is just under 570 feet. The observation deck that we were on was actually probably 50 feet below that or so, in the high 400s. But it was an amazing view. You can see all 4 ways around. We saw the canals that are right close to here with some huge ships in there. What else did we see up there?
We saw, what is Peggy's Lake? We didn't realize we were looking at Peggy's Lake. And interesting thing is, as we were riding the elevator back down, we thought we were on the first floor. We were on the third floor, and we ran into an employee that works here, Tyler. And he is a historian, and he's been working here, and he shared some insight with us. And if you look way out on the other side of the reflection pond, that's where they call them
the Texans.
The Texans. How do they pronounce
Texians.
The Texians? That's where their camp was way out there on the other side of this reflection pond. And then see this grass right here? That was all the way. So come this way, slopes up. The monument is where the battle took place.
And they feel like it's pretty darn accurate based on archaeology.
Yeah, and then where the Mexicans were on the other side, and we'll get there in a little bit. But yeah, he was explaining to me and to Shae that how the Texans had the advantage because of this slope and this grass, and the Mexican army really didn't know they were coming and
snuck up on them.
Got
them good. But they have that great movie to check out with way more information than that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna drive around. He suggested we drive around today because it's just hot, it's humid, and
mosquitoes.
He said there's mosquitoes, so we're like, all right, we're gonna drive. Another short drive for us, and just shows how close everything was here, because the monument is just right over there, not that far. But this is where, once Santa Anna was defeated at the Mexican camp, they were fleeing this way, and they were just being hunted down, and lots of Mexicans were killed. And right behind us, Shae just read that
there are hundreds of bodies. This is the final resting place of hundreds of Mexican soldiers. And I can't imagine him, our son, going off to war, dying on the battlefield and never getting the body back. That just is something I can't comprehend in, the lifetime that we live in now. So this is just an amazing retrospective place. And I really didn't realize before today how much this battle led to the shape of the United States as we know it today. Yeah. Without this square mile of battlefield being taken by the Texians, we might not have any of this territory. It might all be Mexican still.
Yeah, you never know. But now we need to drive on the other side and go to the Texan camp. There's some encampment over there. Yeah. So another short drive, we'll be there. We're on the Texas side now, and there's a bunch of little monument markers indicating where each camp was. There's actually a cemetery over here with a list of a bunch of people. But what else did we just see?
A lot of placement markers dedicated, to remembering those who fought and died here. And it's just really cool to be along the waterway, see all the big boats go by and the barges pushing by tugboats, not pushing, but being pushed by tugboats.
Yeah.
Talked to some fishermen, saw a fish I had never seen before. What was it called?
Some kind of sailfish, catfish, something other.
Saltwater
catfish.
Catfish.
It's got some sail on it.
I'd never seen one before, so it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Definitely a place you need to check out. I think we're probably headed out of here. One little PSA though, if you come to this monument, no matter what time of year, bring jacket, sweater, or something. It's almost too cold in there to enjoy, actually. It's like 80 degrees out right now in November, and we're in shorts and t-shirt. It was freezing inside.
Yeah.
Absolutely freezing.
But the gal at the front said they have to keep it like that because all the artifacts that are in there. And as you all saw from our shots, there is lots of artifacts. And actually, there is archaeologists on site digging today. We might have caught that when we were driving, but yeah, so they're actively still checking this place out to find artifacts, to make sure they got the correct dates, where the actual battle happened, like the monument. They said they're pretty confident that's right where it's at, but you gotta remember this happened in
1836. April 21st, 1836 was the day of the battle, and they're still finding new stuff, like you said, and they are building a new visitor center. And doing more interactive. They want it to be a little bit more like Gettysburg. So there's going to be a reason for us to come back in the future. Yeah. So Shae, what was one thing that you learned today that you did not know before we got there? Honestly, as much as I know about battlefields on the East Coast, I knew nothing about this battlefield and how important it was to the structure and shape of the United States. So that's something new I learned today. Yeah, and I was amazed that they estimate, or whatever documentation they found, the battle lasted like 18 minutes. Super quick. Yeah, and that like 640 Mexicans died. And nine Texans died. 2 on the battlefield and then 7 later in the hospital camp. From injuries. But minor casualties on the Texian side. Yeah. And so, yeah, this place is really cool. Definitely worth checking out. All right, it's the next day, and we got our day started. We're here now. We're at Herman Park. We're at the Japanese garden. There's a bunch of little things to check out here. Well, I shouldn't say little, big. There's museums and trains and reflection ponds, but our day had an interesting start.
So we went to get in our vehicle, and the vehicle, she gone. We didn't know if it was towed or stolen.
I thought it was stolen.
He thought it was stolen. I thought it was towed. And guess what? It was towed. Not our fault. Airbnb lady that we are staying at, I guess it's illegal to have an Airbnb in the place we are staying. The car wasn't properly registered as a guest. And $333.32 later,
we got our car.
She be towed. We got it back. You know what? It is Buffalo Bills games day,
right.
I am not letting this get me down. I am still having a good day. We're going to check this out, get our butts back to the Airbnb, and get ready for Buffalo to win tonight.
But first, we'll show you around the Japanese garden. That was quick. That was short. Shae made a point when we started. Stuff is not in season right now.
No blooms.
No blooms. Sure enough, but there was some big old koi in the pond there. A bunch of ducks. I don't even know what kind of breed they were.
No, I've never seen ducks like that before.
But there's more to this park, so we're just gonna wander around. Well, that's a wrap on the park. Nothing, I guess, too exciting.
Nice.
We killed some time, but we need to go get ready to watch Buffalo go stomp on some Texans tonight. We made it. Thursday night football, Bills versus Houston.
Fitzpatrick, we're ready. Let's go, Buffalo. Beat Houston.
All right, guys, it is the next day. Bills lost. You might hear it in my voice, and a little raspy from yelling for 3 hours straight.
If you've never been in the Houston Dome, that place is loud.
It is loud. Woo.
Wow, it was crazy. It was awesome. They lost. We didn't like that, but the experience was awesome. And now it's time to get our history nerd on.
We're going to NASA.
Yes, space, science, history. I'm in.
we knew NASA spaceships are massive, but when you see it in person, holy crap, it is massive.
So big.
It's this. We just walked by Saturn 1, or no, wait, Saturn 5, excuse me, and they just got all the different stages on display here, and
uh-oh, another class is coming. We're stuck in between children and they're screaming, so we're taking the lull when we have them.
all right, so at this point we saw Saturn 5 and how massive that was, and all the Apollo missions. They had it all documented in that room. We left there, we went and saw
Falcon 9 with SpaceX.
So
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so you get up close and personal with that.
There's a lot of cool interactive little exhibits. I mean, there's so much to see and do here, but one thing we did learn that we did not know before we came in was that when you get here, go immediately to guest services if you want to take the tram to other places. There's one location that we can't go to because it's sold out, even though it's free to go see. Yeah. You have to get a seat on the tram. And also we are gonna go to the training center, but we have to wait until 3 o'clock to actually go to that. So yeah. Just a little tip is,
and if you do want to go to the mission control, you actually have, it's an additional fee on top of your entry fee. Yep. So you have to pay to go to mission control. So
yeah, they're gonna get you everywhere on paying. Like if you want a soda, it's $5. If you want to park in the parking lot, it costs you money. But yeah, there's a lot of add-ons, virtual reality and other things that you can do.
All right, we're gonna continue on. All right, people, that's the wrap on the Space Center. We just finished with the tour of the campus, and
so in my opinion, we couldn't get on until the 3 o'clock one, and so we waited around for an hour and a half without much to do it. Not worth the wait. All you do is drive literally around the campus and look at some, in my opinion, ugly buildings. Yeah. They're 1960s, just square buildings, nothing really to look at.
They all have numbers on them, and the tour guide is talking about what the buildings are, and like, okay, but you would literally just drive around and go, oh, there's a building.
It wasn't very long. It was a little bit of information, but all it was inside there they test the suits. So there's not a lot of learning and history going on in there for me to make that worth it. But if you do that one, something to know about coming here is don't do what we did, which was we went to the rocket place first came back, and then took another tram for the campus, because the campus tour drops you off at the rocket place. So we kind of wasted our own time. Our fault for not researching enough ahead of time, but just don't make that mistake. Very cool place, worth visiting, and something very cool to do here in Houston.
We're not wrapping up this video, but we're wrapping up our day.
Kind of.
Kind of. And what do we always do at the end of a video / day?
Time for a brewski.
Galveston Bay Brewing. Just search brewery near us and this showed up. So let's hope it's good.
And if you live in Houston, is it always windy in this city? I thought Chicago was the windy city, but it has been windy every single day. Let me know.
All right, I got the IPA, imagine this.
And I got the blueberry blonde. Blueberry is not a lot of beer flavors we get in Colorado.
Yeah.
But I get this every time I go home to New York, so gotta try this. Tasty.
That's good stuff.
All right, so time to check out the bayou.
Is that what it is over there? Behind them?
Yeah, I guess. It's an inlet, an outlet, a bayou.
Some water?
Not 100% sure where we are.
We're on the bay somewhere. Galveston Bay. That's the brewery.
That is the name of the brewery, yes. So, if you're ever in town, check it out.
All right, guys, it's the next day. My voice is still raspy. I was
Too much
screaming.
yelling.
Too much yelling. But we're at the Galveston Naval Museum now.
You sound like you're going through puberty.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, that's funny. Galveston Naval Museum in Galveston, Texas, obviously. And we are right now on the USS Stewart. So don't quote me 100% on this, but the USS Stewart was actually launched in 1942, commissioned in 43, but then taken out of service in 47. Back in 1974, it was actually donated to become a museum ship, and it has gone through several restorations, updates. Hurricane Ike hit it in 2008, and there was some wind and other damage done to it, but it's an ongoing project according to the signs outside. So we are going to start here in the kitchen and see where it takes us. Pretty cool. This is an ice cream machine, which was pretty big during wartime for soldiers, but guess what? This was installed in the 1950s. It wasn't here in World War II, so no ice cream for them.
we were on the sub, and it is tight quarters in here.
It's very tight. I don't know how they do it. I would lose my mind in here. This little closet area houses 4 guys.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Sub life is not for me. So we are on the USS Kabbalah, the submarine, and its maiden voyage was in World War II in 1944.
We wrapped up at the Naval Museum, and now we're at the ocean. We're in historic Galveston.
We're on Seawall Boulevard, and something we learned is parking everywhere is 20 bucks. But if you Google it, there are actually pockets of free parking throughout the town. Now we're here in the off season, so there's plenty of parking.
Yeah.
But just make sure you look, because off of Seawall, north of Seawall, there's sections like between 13th and 19th and 25th and 33rd, or I can't remember what they are. But just make sure if you're coming to Galveston to check out where the free parking spots are. It'll save you some money.
Yep, a little bit of extra walk, but hey,
we don't mind the walk.
Get some exercise in. But let's go check out all Galveston's got to offer.
We're gonna go check out that pier.
We just rode the little trolley up and down Seawall, the whole route. Got to see all the beach and stores and whatnot.
The tourist traps.
The tourist traps. But now we're at the station here, and we're gonna transfer to the little trolley that goes downtown. So we'll see what downtown has to offer.
Not bad for $1. Trolley is only $1.
We got on the trolley, we rode it to downtown, and then the gal tells us, oh yeah, this trolley is going out of service. There'll be another bus that come by and get you. We're like, okay, when? And then this other gal at the bus stop is like, I waited last night and they just blew by and never showed up. So I guess we're gonna walk around downtown, check it out, see some old buildings, and then, I don't know, walk like a mile and a half back to the car. We'll survive. One last thing to do while we're here. Go dip our toes in the Gulf of
Mexico.
Mexico? Yeah, we'll call it the Gulf of Mexico. That's what we were taught in school.